Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Here's Beto Duran.
All right, here's how you do it. 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776. The final Lakers postgame show of the season. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. If you're on the YouTube chat, don't be that guy who just wants to pop off. I want to hear from you. Call 877-710 ESPN. Don't be the guy that's just popping off just because, right? I got to even turn off my YouTube right now. There are gloves off. Boom. I told you a few times, if you're going to call and you want to fire the coach, save it for when the season's over. Well, the season's over. If you want to call in and you want to get rid of LeBron, get rid of him. You want to get rid of AD, get rid of him. You want to complain, it's your night to complain. Because this one hurts for you, the Laker fans. Now, did we expect the Lakers to beat the Nuggets? No. The Nuggets are a damn good team. They could easily been the number 1 seed, right? Trolley Polly, why don't you give me a call, 877-710 ESPN. If I'm the reason the Lakers lost because I started doing the postgame show, feel free. Don't have the Twitter thumbs. Get on here. Call. I will be here for a while. We're not going anywhere. I got nothing to do. We're here for you. And here's how it's going to work. You're going to call, and you're just going to give me how you feel. Okay? Right away, I want you to tell me how you feel. Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you disappointed? Are you hurt? Are you apathetic? Do you not care? Are you frustrated? Whatever it is, I want to feel what you have going on with you. Go for it. Funch, Trolley Paulie said he's calling in. So 877-710 ESPN. You're the first one up because you want to come and talk trash about me. I'm going to put you right through. I have no problem. I do not care tonight. For you. This is your show. And you know what? Wilbert, right now we always do the nice pleasantries of introducing everybody. No. We know who the crew is. You guys do a fantastic job. It's your night to be the frustrated Laker fan. And Wilbert, I'm going to run through a lot of the commercials right now, so pay attention. Points of the Paint all season long, sponsored by Vista Paint. Locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. Points of the Paint tonight, Lakers, 52-46. Player of the game is driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. You know who the player of the game is? Let me hear it for you.
Rebound, Aaron Gordon. Huge rebound by Gordon. Back to Murray. Steps into a three. Good. And an offensive rebound, maybe the end of the Lakers. 106-104. Denver by 2.
Yeah, and that was the dagger. Look, you know all the stats. You know what's going on. You know exactly what it is. Let's just get going right here with you, the Laker fans. And first of all, before we even get going to all the calls, thank you so much to you, the Laker fans, that have participated in the show all season long. The ESPN LA Lakers community on Twitter, fantastic. Everybody involved. Coconut Michael with introducing himself to me, giving us information for the mind of Michael, all that stuff. It's a beautiful community. The callers have been fantastic all season long. And tonight, as Chris Morales would say, we're just going to bang the phones, get right through it. Long time. I love talking to him. Ken in Newport Beach, the floor is yours, Ken.
Well, now that I didn't at least call an ambulance to come pick me up and take me home, all I can say is Lakers missed 9 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
They were 35 from 3. I don't want to see D'Angelo Russell on the Laker uniform, another 5 for 17 game from him. And I can't say what his name is, but the Lakers need a new coach. And by the way, the Laker bench was horrible this year, and that is on Rob Pelinka, who kept moving players, 34 of them in the last 3 years, and ends up with the worst bench they've had in a long time. I'm very unhappy, but they lost to a team that's simply better coached, better front office, and better players.
Ken, always a pleasure talking to you this season. I appreciate you every single time you call. We had some good sparring back and forth. Ken, as the kids would say, he's a real one. This one from Dave McMenamin. This was a tweet that this is the one that got you. Where did it go? Oh, McMenamin. Sorry about that, Dave. Here it is. Dave McMenamin does a lot of great stuff for ESPN. The Nuggets beat the Lakers on opening night. Okay? The Nuggets beat the Lakers the night the franchise unveiled Kobe's statue. Nuggets beat the Lakers the night LeBron James became the first player to 40,000 points. And the Nuggets beat the Lakers to end their season. Yikes. 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 That one's there. Jose in Fontana, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Jose?
What's up, Beto? How you doing, fam?
You tell me.
Oh, man, all of the above. You asked, all right, how we're feeling. Can't speak for anyone but me, but sad, right? Hate to see the season end prematurely without a banner. Angry, sure, right? A tip here, a timeout there, an offensive rebound here. We're winning this series outright. I felt like we hung with them. Hurt, it always hurts to lose, right? You're a Laker, you're a proud fan, but look, I felt they went out fighting. They showed that they can play with this team, maybe a move here and there, and they can come back and hopefully reload and retool. So held head up high, man. We got 17 banners for a reason, right? This organization knows how to do it. I know we haven't always done it in the last few years, but got to look at the positives, man. We were right there. We were right there in all 5 games, and Denver is a champ for a reason. I hate that team, but you got to give them their love. And at the same time, man, you got to be optimistic about the future.
All right, Jose, stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you right now. And, you're going to have the fans like Jose who are going to be positive no matter what. As he said, this team knows how to rebuild. They've done it in the past. They know how to reload. They do. It's just going to be very, very tough. And, Jose, your positivity is there for a reason. You're one of those Laker fans that are going to be there through thick and thin. And if you need a break from every day like Jose does, well, fans, it might be your lucky day. Because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2-night stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySprings.com. So the Nuggets advance. They will take on the Wolves. Oklahoma City swept New Orleans 4-0. So the number 1 seed goes 4-0. Number 2 seed goes 4-1. Solomon and Lake Balboa, my man, how are you doing? You're on Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
I'm good, Beto, and I want to extend my thanks back to you, man. You've been a terrific host. Thanks for being there for us. If you weren't, certain Laker fans would be on that Santa Monica Pier. So thank goodness you're there. Briefly about tonight's game, if I'm not mistaken, the free throws off enough that might have cost you the game. There were 2 key ones by Reeves. Dinwiddie missed 2. That's 4 right there.
And Reeves never misses free throws. That's the thing.
I know. Yeah. And I'm nitpicking. I mean, look. It's
no. Solomon, you're not nitpicking because those little details come up big. And there's a reason that the number 2 seed doesn't make those mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and so like I say, 4 points there makes a difference in that game. I'm going to go with sort of the previous caller. Look, I'm disappointed, of course. I'm a little angry and frustrated, of course. However, Denver was in an inch of their lives there, man, for both games 2 and 4. 2-point difference, that close. So the Lakers gave it all they could for the team they have and the players they have and the coach they have. Going forward, I'd get a big. I'd definitely get a big to back up Anthony Davis. I would get a dog. You need a dog off the bench. Going forward, There's no dog coming off that bench. You get that dog coming off the bench and a consistent third scorer on that front 5, I think the Lakers got a good shot going forward.
Solomon, it's been a pleasure talking to you all season long. You're really, really knowledgeable. Just a long-time Sports Talk Radio listener here in L.A. I always love hearing from Solomon. Dead Meow. Can we talk about how the refs try to extend the series? Bro, you're a good troll. You are such a good troll. You're always like one little extra nugget right there. No pun intended. Good comments going on in the YouTube chat. All right, Hooper's X, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, my man?
Hey, brother. Thank you for having me on all season. I really appreciate it.
No, man. I love talking to you.
It's been great. This team lost 10 to 15 games because our coach got outcoached by the other coach.
Absolutely.
And he was outcoached again tonight. They go on like a 10 or 12 to 2 run, the Nuggets do, and he should have called a timeout, 3 minutes ago. He doesn't. He just lets them start extending and taking the lead. And, you see me all the time saying, fire Ham. He needs to go, and I'm not even sure that they're going to let him go. Pelinka really needs to go too, especially with a guy like Bob Myers out there that you could hire. There's professionals that do this job. Pelinka is a terrible evaluator of talent. Bringing in Torian Prince, who doesn't play any defense. The only time this team played defense this season was in the in-season tournament. And then after that, they went on a losing streak, and their defense was garbage. And that's the one thing that really frustrates me is you can't put all this on AD. You're basically telling AD he's the only guy that needs to play defense, and he's going to recover for everybody else. Running them out to the three-point line to guard guards. They need other guys on that team outside of Reeves and D'Lo and, everybody else that actually put in the defensive effort. There was no one on this team this season that actually put in defensive effort, except for Vanderbilt. And, I understand he's been injured, but why wouldn't you at least bring him in for like 2 or 3 minutes to see what he could get away with, what he could do on Jamal Murray?
Yeah,
he's your best point of attack defender. And, you don't lose your defensive skills when you've been out for a while. It's your offensive skills that are going to suffer. So why not at least bring him in for a couple of minutes just to see what he can do?
You make so many great points. You really do. All over the place. Look at you play college hoops. You know what's going on. You see it. And at one point, you cannot fault Anthony Davis this year because he played through so many injuries. Heck, he couldn't lift his shoulder in the third quarter, came back in the fourth. There was a stretch of point of the season where he was battling hamstring and groin injuries. Like Anthony Davis wasn't a problem. There was nothing around him. And the coaching part, every single time that you saw a coach make an adjustment, the Lakers didn't make the adjustments. And you have a coach who's learning how to be an NBA coach. Michael Malone, let me get it right, is an NBA championship coach with an extensive coaching staff that can support what's going on. And you saw the differences. This series was never really close. The Lakers won a game, but did Denver even get into second, third gear? Not really. Hoopers, appreciate the call all season long. Great interacting with you on the Lakers postgame show and also with the social media. So I know that a lot of people are trying to get through. As soon as somebody hangs up, get back on. My man McGee in San Pedro will get you there. We will invite everybody. I'm not going anywhere because I'm not going to talk to you again. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know why I'm going to talk to you. Definitely not talking about Lakers because I'm looking at Dodgers tickets for this weekend, see what's going on. All right, right now let's bring in the crew. Good start of the first segment. Everybody, good job. The callers right away. Funches. What's up, Funch?
What's going on, man? A little sad. I
You're
thought we were
sad?
going to come here back for Game 6.
Yeah, I told you we're not. Even though I thought
Sometimes you're wrong.
I remember when I was in, where was I? I was in New York when I told DeMarco and Cappy, it's going to go 6.
Mm-hmm.
After the first game, I'm like, oh no. When you texted me Saturday when I was in Fresno at that fight,
Yeah.
you were like, oh, the Lakers won. I'm like, no, they didn't. I kid you not. In all honesty, I thought the Lakers were going to lose Saturday, that I had a 2 o'clock tea time for today. I was not expecting to be here. Lakers played hard today. They did. They gave it their all. But Denver
went down swinging.
They did that. And that's all you can really ask for right now. Play with that pride out there. And Fudge, you had a little nugget for me. You said something about Steph Curry?
Yes. First time since 2005 that either KD, LeBron, or Steph Curry won't be in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
Wow. 2005.
Yeah.
That's when my kid was born, and he's a freshman in college.
Yeah.
What up, Mattel? I know he's watching it in New Jersey. All right, more of your calls coming up. I'm going to get a little bit of water. I don't know. Funch, let's go get some tequila or something, man. Lakers lose. Season over. Listen to Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Show
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
Man, good song. When you're in college, whether you're at Westwood or at the 9 at USC, because I went to both schools. By both schools means I went to both bars over there. They play this song, you're like, yeah! Then you realize when you get older, you're like, you're such a punk when you're singing these songs. Closing time. And look, thanks everybody paying attention on the YouTube chat. Good conversations going back. John Cena does bring up a good point. A shout out to Peyton Watson from Long Beach Poly and UCLA, who plays for the Nuggets. Anytime you see a local kid getting after it, that's always good to see. But here's what I want to get. This is why the Lakers are a marquee franchise. The Lakers, the Yankees, they're just next level. That when they lose, fans of other teams love to see them suffer, love to see them lose, right? So I don't get why, actually I do get it because you're trolling. If you're a fan of another team, you're going to go into the ESPN Radio 710 Lakers postgame chat just to go and say, ha ha. Like, look, Laker fans had no aspirations of a championship this season. They knew that their team wasn't going to have a parade. The majority knew that they weren't going to get past Denver. But that doesn't change that you don't have that passion for your team. It doesn't change that you live and die with your team, that you're always talking about your team. You got the purple and gold gear. You got the Laker tattoo. So when your team doesn't get to the championship, it sucks. It absolutely hurts for you, the fan. And that's why tonight we're just going to take the phone calls all night long because you have to get your frustration and your feelings out. Now, most organizations, you're happy getting to a playoff if you do that. It's just different for Lakers, and that's why when you grow up in L.A., your fabric is purple and gold, and it's all about one thing, raising a championship. And if you're not competing for that, it's a terrible feeling for you. My man, JR at LAX, I love talking to you all season long. I love hearing from you, and I love hearing your passion. And how are you feeling tonight?
I'm indifferent, Beto.
That's good because you're the guy I'm talking about that has the passion for this team.
Yes. I'm indifferent. They gave it their best shot, but with a dysfunctional backcourt, man, they did the best they could do. So they need a leader in that backcourt. They've got to find an alpha. Once they find an alpha, the rest of the role players will follow. Yeah. But you got to have that alpha in the backcourt, and so I look forward to next season. I look forward to hearing your voice and Funch's voice, and starting a new season. And I think that there's gonna be some difference makers on that team next season. I believe that they're gonna make the right adjustments, and because people complain about the end game adjustments, but when you got that kind of backcourt, man, and you're real short on the kind of adjustments you can make. There ain't much you can do. You gotta kind of grit and bear it and push through it. And learning how to push through life, man, is a difference maker as folks learn to push through and do what they got to do to get things done. That's what it's all about. And I think the Lakers just pushed through this season, did the best that they could do. And I think we're going to see a different Lakers squad next year, at least in the backcourt.
You can't have that nice paint job on an old bucket. You just can't. Like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of miles out there. You really got to figure out what kind of things you're going to have, and sometimes you just got to trade up, JR. And again, thank you, sir, for everything you've done all the season long. Got good conversations back and forth, and I just love your attitude, man. Thank you so much. JR LAX, man, would even call when he'd had passengers in the car, and he's like, "Hey, hold on, Beto, please don't hang up on me. No, we got to let you go. Gotta let you
Those
go."
guys were Boston fans, too. Those fans he had
that was
on.
recently. Lakers lose tonight season over. Well, I'm going to give you stats. I'm going to give you numbers. You know what's going on. And a reminder, the LA County Department of Mental Health is there for you. Laker fans, you get free emotional support, service, referrals, and crisis counseling available 24/7 at 1-854-7771 or at dmh.lacounty.gov. So I told Funch, my producer, hey, all phone calls, that's it. He said, no, we got to play some sound. So I told him, if we're going to play sound from Darvin Ham or any player, it better be really, really good. Funch, do we have anything that's really, really good?
I will see. We're still looking.
Yeah, because at the end of the game, especially when the season's over, you don't want to say anything that's going to be inflammatory, and you don't want to say anything that's just going to be like, they said that, right? You just want to figure things out. Funch, if we can roll on the TNT and get the Gone Fishing, if we can get that would be pretty cool, because I want to hear where they get sent to. Because Chuck's been sending people to Galveston, and you don't ever want to go to Galveston. Alex from the 710 freeway on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Alex?
What's up, Beto?
Were you all right?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that much from them. Like everybody's been saying, what else do you expect where the whole team wasn't there? Anthony Davis was there, but Coach Ham, it's a little miscommunication. But you know what? We see what happens next season.
Now, Alex, here's why I like talking to you. Because you're going to be the fan that no matter what, you're there with your team. Did you ever get mad at him this year?
Of course, a lot of games, LeBron was there, and then D'Angelo wasn't stepping up, and then Davis, and like you told you right now, it's miscommunication. So and then it was like 2 quarters right now who like the leader and the team should be there, And so people were asking me, maybe Lakers in 6, but after that, I wasn't expecting nothing for them. It's better for them to lose today before they lose to whoever who was going to face them in the second round.
Oh, Alex, you're just done with them. It's Dodger season, isn't it?
Well, I'm a Red Sox fan, so.
Well, you know what? Then you can keep suffering. It's been bad for you. Alex, thanks for calling Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. All right. Chris in West Covina, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Yo, what's up, Beto? Big fan, bro. Been following you forever, and
appreciate it, man.
Laker fan for life, bro. Laker fan for life. Just completely devastated, man. It just sucks that we got stuck with such a shitty coach, man.
There we go. So good. I love my fans that curse on the air. But I know what you're talking about. Let me just paraphrase Chris. He didn't like Darvin Ham. Simple as that. Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Try to refrain from cursing. If you're watching on YouTube, you saw that. No problem. My man McGee in San Pedro, Lakers Digital Daily, presented by McGee. The floor is yours, sir.
Beto, once again, I want to say thank you for an excellent season. You've been a great host. This call is brought to you by Cutwater Lime Margarita.
I actually had the Paloma yesterday. Not bad.
Man, all of them.
All right.
I left Buzzball and went to Cutwater. I'm very proud of this team for this performance today.
Wait, hold on. I got for today's performance only, right?
Today's performance, yeah.
Okay. Just clarify.
I'm proud of them for today's performance because I said the first 6 minutes were very important. They weathered the storm. They continue to fight back. We obviously have limitations in our offense and our shooting. Dinwiddie, Austin, the missed free throws were big. I mean, I won't say they cost us the game, but Austin missed the first 2 on that 3-point free throws, and then Dinwiddie just sealed his fate as a Laker with his 2 missed free throws. We just got to go back and I think we do need to talk to Rob Pelinka and let him know that it's time to let a professional person come in and run the franchise. Nothing against Rob. He's a great guy, but the time has come. And we have to get a grown man point guard. I mean, what would we be right now with Mike Conley? Like, geez, Louise, just somebody who can control things. But we talked about the draft, Beto. They've made 2 picks the last 2 years. What are we going to do with these 2 guys? How are they need to be incorporated? the fact that Christie didn't play all playoffs is disappointing.
How about all season?
All season, yeah, it's disappointing. It really is for a team that's we're a middling team, and if we're not using our draft picks, why? Who are we using them with? And we're using them with veteran guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Rob really dropped the ball with that. The Lakers just need to kind of figure out, obviously, LeBron, but they need to accept the chemistry and let this team stay together somewhat. Let Rui stay, Austin, D'Lo, be who the Nuggets are now. Like, they know where to go when it's time. Even their role players are in the right spot for the right shot. And that takes time. It takes years of suffering, years of disappointment. Obviously, LeBron doesn't have that many years left, but LeBron's a freak of nature. Like, can we stop at the end of the year and say, wow, this guy is 39? Like, he's the same age as me.
Yeah, you should. I mean, what we saw from LeBron this year, night in, night out, it is fantastic. This is gonna be where you tell your kids, man, LeBron at 39 was doing this. Jordan wasn't doing it. Just what he did this season is fantastic individually. But at the end of the day, for Laker fans, that's cool and all, but first round exit, who cares?
He did not show enough leadership and maturity in many games. He needs to carry himself a lot differently going into next year. He has to accept that guys are not him, and that he needs to accept that this team has to grow organically. There's nobody coming in. They didn't get Kyrie, which, let me take another sip. We really needed Kyrie. Like, I'm sorry. I love Austin. I love the picks and all that. We needed Kyrie. Kyrie is the difference between us competing for a championship or not. Because, watching the Clippers have no answer for that guy. And he's just that type of player. So,
who knows?
The Lakers got to grow organically now. There's no more superstars really coming out of the league that we're just going to fetch. We have to grow organically. And as LeBron descends,
he's gone. Oh, he was going so good. Hooper's McGee, my man, San Pedro. Great points. Make sure you follow him. Does good stuff with his community work in South Central and also working with the kids and just doing a bunch of stuff. Daniel Caesar says, Beto, I heard you in the car say we weren't a championship team, and I completely disagree with you. Ham is the reason why this team underachieved this year, plain and simple. Okay. Yes, a lot can fall on the hands of Darvin Ham. A lot can fall on the coaching staff. At the end of the day, though, when you have players not performing, like, this team should not have battled to be in the play-in tournament. This team should not have struggled to get to that spot. I mean, they were almost a 10 spot. This team was way too talented. But, yes, injuries affected them. What we expected in the beginning of the season wasn't there. Gabe Vincent showed up and then had to shut him down. Then he had the surgery. Vanderbilt, never there. You never had the team that you organized in the offseason. You never had them at all. It took them a while to figure out their role. So in the beginning of the season, I remember standing with my man Jim Hill on the Lakers court opening night. I said, if the Lakers stay healthy and everything falls into place, this is a team that can compete for the Western Conference. But nobody expected this team with the way Denver looked, with the way that other teams in the West were going to play. Nobody said this Laker team was going to make it to the finals. Nobody expected that. You expected a team to compete for a chance at the Western Conference, not a team that was going to be a contender for a final. All right? So I'm not speaking out of school when I say that. Let's go to Zoe and Burbank on the Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN.
Well, Beto, after maybe 15 minutes after the game, finally, clearing my mind, you just have to say the better team won.
Yeah.
This Laker team against Denver, I mean, not similar players, but when I look at Denver, the way we're just having a trouble with them, just reminds me of 25 years ago when the baby Lakers couldn't beat Utah for a couple of years in the playoffs. Ham. Okay, I'm not going to say a lot about him because I know everyone the way they feel about him.
No, go ahead, man. It's the last one of the show season. Go for it.
I know, but it's the same old. It's like I'm just sick of Denver. They're a big team, guys. They're tree trunks. Okay, I just don't understand stretches. Not even just this game, but other games. It's like you have 3-guard lineups. You have Dinwiddie, Vincent, D'Angelo, all three of them on the court together, and I'm like, and then I see Rui having to guard Jokic for like stretches of the game.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting there thinking, what's going on? Why are we playing so small? I was one of the guys that felt that Hayes should have been starting and having Davis play at the 4 because we got to match up their height. I know Hayes is limited offensively, but I think Rui would have been better coming off the bench. Imagine having LeBron at the 3, Davis at the 4, and Hayes at the 5. I think we would have matched up better with them height-wise. We would have been a much longer team.
Yeah, don't even get me started on the 3 guards. I mean, last home game I was there, I turned to Bergman. I'm like, really? Are you going to end the quarter with 3 guards right now against this team? What is going on? But again, we don't know what the coaching staff sees, why their rotations. They're going to tell us just enough, but they're not going to give us the details of what they feel, right? Of what they have in their scouting report. So you just roll with it. But there were so many games this season where you're just like, what is going on here? Like, I mean, Jackson Hayes is good in spurts. He's not somebody you're going to start, right? He's not somebody who's going to get a lot of minutes for you. Like, there's just so many. Somebody who had to watch every single game, and there were some games, believe me, where I said, I have to watch this because, man, this is frustrating. It's very, very frustrating this season. And Zoe, and I can hear it in your voice too. Zoe, stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you. Lakers lose tonight. Season over. We're taking your calls. I'm not going anywhere. If you're on the line right now, stay there. I will get to you. We will definitely take your calls. Leon and Beverly Hills, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. I always like talking to you, man. Always good conversation with you.
Hey, Beto, how you doing, man?
Good.
The last thing, you guys kind of got me fired up a little bit. To say that Jackson Hayes is going to be, I mean, I think you kind of gave it a caveat, but the last guy talking about Jackson Hayes playing center, give me a break.
Yeah.
There's no way that he would have been able to do anything against Jokic. Like
Leon, you're a smart guy. We're talking Jackson Hayes. If we're doing that, then you're not going to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What else you got? What else you got?
So really, I mean, I think that everybody's emphasizing Ham too much here because really this is a roster that was not constructed right from the beginning of the season. You've heard me talk about that before.
Mm-hmm.
In particular when they signed Vando for 3 years, I mean, we didn't get to see him come back, but he's just so limited offensively.
That was a huge dagger for them.
You signed. I know, but the thing is, you're going to play at 4 and 5 with him in the lineup, okay? Because he can't play, he can't score. So as much as he might contribute in loose balls and other stuff, he's not going to be able to block out on those guys either. He's just not built that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he would have made that much of a difference. Okay.
But at least you have an option. That's the thing. At least you have something.
Okay. So to me, like to not have the kind of bench, that was the difference in this series. And the thing is that really it's rough to see them lose when they were winning like 80% of the minutes in the series. For us, for callers and fans to get on this have all this like bigger narrative and everything. Look, we were right there against the best team in the league, the champions. We were right there. The only difference was just a couple extra buckets here and there. This could very easily be 3-2 Lakers, right?
It very easily could, and I'm not gonna lie. I'll like, damn, Thursday. I guess I'm gonna be working. I didn't think we would, but the way that they were playing, because you saw that dog in them, you saw that attitude, you saw that approach. I'm like, damn, they got this. But then, what happened all season long? They couldn't close, and it comes up in the biggest game where they couldn't close. That's the tough part. Leon, appreciate the phone call all season long. It was good going back and forth with you. Good sparring. I liked his attitude, liked his approach, never back down. That was good. All right, Carlos and Cudahy, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Los?
What's up, man? I was just thinking about when the Lakers were looking for a trade, Reeves was out on the table, and I think he's probably our biggest chip to get somebody in return. I want to see your opinion about, I've seen him very inconsistent when it comes to the defense. He gets burned a lot, and I think that's a big problem. I wanted to hear your opinion about that.
Los, okay, you're the GM, Los. What would you do? You trade him?
I think I would now.
Yeah.
I mean, last year I thought he was our future, but now I've been seeing him get burned by half of the whole NBA. So I'm thinking I should put him in the block and see what we can get. We need a third player, I think, and we're missing that. And even though we're winning, I kind of already knew we were going to lose because we only played 3 quarters or 2 quarters that are good, and then the rest we were not very good at all.
Yeah, Los, right now, if you're the construction of this team right now, you got to look at everybody. And like, is anybody untouchable? No, you got to get better. You cannot rebuild. You have to reload. You have to find a way to make sure you're competitive. And Los, appreciate the phone call all season long. Had some good callers here with us this season. And, he brings up a good point. At first, Austin Reeves like, no. And then it became, oh, you know what? If the right price is there, it can be done. But that's what happens when you start giving away games, when you're not winning. The smallest things get exposed, and the smallest things become bigger, and you start complaining about things. You start looking at things. You're like, what are we doing here? And you just got to take that deep breath of, cool. And Austin Reeves this season, remember, he wasn't even starting at times. Remember, it was a weird season for Austin Reeves coming off of Team USA, the big contract. Had his little headbutts with Darvin Ham, the rotation. Some games he was playing, some games he wasn't playing much. This whole season, there was no fluidity to him until they started getting the consistent starting lineup later on in the season. That's when you got on that roll, when they played better. But the beginning of the year, up until like the All-Star break, it was just disjointed, and that was a big problem. That was a problem for them. Newport Beach, Junior, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, so real quick, I don't know if Mrs. James or any of the kids are listening. Please, I'm begging you, please have your dad come back. Please beg your dad to come back. I don't understand how any so-called Laker fan could still dislike LeBron. Now, I'm not going to lie. Look, you know those Facebook reminders like 10 years ago you posted this and that? I get reminders that I used to hate LeBron's guts, right? Even when he chose us, I was like, ew, I don't know about that. But now I stand for that guy so hard. I love that guy. LeBron, please come back. He's a heart and soul. He's 39 years old. I don't think people understand how hard it is for a guy his age to be doing what he's doing. 25, 8, and 8 at 39. Jordan was a shell of himself at 39. Yep. But LeBron is still, he's past his prime, yes, no doubt, but still putting up 25, 8, and 8. Please, LeBron, if you're listening, Mrs. James, if you're listening, please come back. We need you back, LeBron. Let's run it back. Let's put a little bit pieces together. We're not too far off, but please, LeBron, you got to come back, man.
Junior in Newport Beach is all LeBron. Junior, stay on the line. Funch wants to ask you if you want LeBron to come back. I don't think you were that adamant about it. But he has a good point, though. He used to hate LeBron. He said his Facebook memories letting him know that you used to hate him. Didn't like it when it came to the Lakers. They get you the championship, and it's there. And you're right. You got to appreciate what this is. And LeBron James is a freak to watch. It's freak to watch. Lakers season is over. Jonas and Inglewood, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. LeBron, he's an amazing player. He has a big question to decide if he's going to, be generous to his team and give them extra cap space, or is he going to be another $40 million hit on their books? Mm-hmm. Big decision.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
And,
there's
Phoenix,
a lot on the line in the offseason.
I think what we just saw from Phoenix is that, you can't really rely on 3 big-name, $30, $40 million players to carry you to the end. You need to be able to have a great bench. You need to be able to afford a good bench.
Jonas, stay on the line. Michael Funches wants to talk to you. You bring up a good point. You got to have a lot of different avenues. You cannot, like what happened in Phoenix. Oh, my goodness, with Bradley Beal and all that other stuff. Oof. Look, my man in Newport Beach is getting ripped. Laker fans are in the YouTube chat. That's a terrible call. LeBron's not the heart and soul. This is why LeBron is LeBron. You're either going to love him and stand for him, or you're going to hate him and just want him off of your team. At the end of the day, though, LeBron makes your team better. LeBron puts up the numbers. LeBron is there. As John Howard would say, star-driven town. He's fantastic to watch. But at what price? It's going to be very interesting to see what's going on. Funch, Jonas in Inglewood wants to talk to you. All right. Could take a quick break because I need to get some water. I'm not drinking yet. But we will take more of your phone calls. If you're on the line, stay there. Funch, anything good being said from the postgame show? Not yet. We got, let's see, LeBron, you got to tip your cap. Okay, here it is. LeBron on his future. Let's hear from that.
No, I just want to get home to the family, honestly. Start looking at the schedule. Obviously, I got, my son, one of my boys is just trying to decide if he's going to, enter the draft or go back to school. I got another kid that's playing AAU ball right now. My daughter's playing volleyball, and my wife is doing so many great things. So it's about family right now. And then in a couple months, I got to go to Vegas for training camp. So, I got to rest my body for USAB. But that's kind of the initial thoughts.
Yeah, Bryce James is playing for Team Strive for Greatness. Been watching some of that. Been putting some numbers as he's going to be a senior in college. And just to let you know, LeBron will be in Paris at the Olympics. And so will Beto. I just booked my flight to go to Europe. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. If you're on the line, stay there. Get ready. We're going to go through your calls. Lakers season is over on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Don't Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Once again, here's Beto Duran.
Dang. You ain't right, man. You ain't right. You know what I want you to do right now? Nice young man, Will Flores. I want, after every call, I want you to play a song. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls. 6 calls, Funch. That's it. No more. And after each call, I want you to just give me a quick little snippet of like all the other ones that you got. This is the final segment of the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. I had to go get myself a drink. Just water. It's my Dasani. Don't trip. Oh, man. Stone Steve Mason, how about some food talk to loosen things up? Nah, man. We're not going to eat our feelings tonight. We're not going to eat our feelings. Chris, Aaron, Avanti, Leo, Peter, stay on the line. I'm going to get to you guys. Ron the Caddy, I'm too scared to go to you, so hopefully you fall asleep before we get to you. But if you can have La Puerta Negra queued up for me from one of these times too, that'd be great too. Let's go out to the phone lines. This is all we're doing tonight. We're just taking your calls, letting you Laker fans off your chest. Let's go. Let's go to midnight, Beto. No, because I got a tea time tomorrow. Rompope. Cheers to you, Laker fans, wherever you may be. It's the end of the road. That was good, man. That was good. Junior high, come back. Chris, Anaheim, you're the Lakers postgame show at 710 ESPN. What's up, Chris?
Beto was good, bro. I'm back. Couple of things. I've never seen the Laker fans so mad and united like this. I wouldn't be surprised if we're in crypto protesting the fact that Ham isn't even fired yet at midnight right now.
All right, well, they got to go through exit interviews.
But true.
Okay, but would you be surprised, Chris? Would you be surprised if he wasn't fired?
I would be really upset. Is what I would say. But beyond upset.
But would you be surprised if he wasn't?
He wasn't, right? He wasn't fired?
No, I'm saying, would you be surprised if he's not fired?
Yeah, I would be surprised after what he did. Okay. Just a couple points.
Again, I don't know anything. I'm just saying, here's what I know about this Lakers season. Whatever you thought was up is down. Whatever's down is up. So nothing will surprise me this offseason.
But I just want to, that was my main point, but I want to call out, the other guys that were talking about, Jackson Hayes and all that. I agree. But the reason why Ham was so bad for us was the main point for this whole season with these guys was to preserve AD and LeBron. So come postseason, we're fine, right? He barely played Hayes. He barely played Rui, who, was with Handy all offseason, right? You brought up the fact that Austin even had to headbutt with Darvin to get consistent minutes. We never got to see what we have with Max Christie. And then, we come into the postseason not even having a solid rotation. And then Gabe playing too much, it wrecked our whole bench. Torian was the only one really scoring for us because, at the end of, having too many elements moving like that, that's Ham's signature. I don't know what it is about him, but it's just, it's crazy.
It was interesting. Chris, how you feeling right now?
Yo. Honestly, I'm good. I do want to say I'm a big Kobe fan, but I'm also a big LeBron fan. So everybody who's saying that LeBron should go, you guys remember when Genie gave Kobe that albatross contract? That's what everybody called it, right? The last 2 years.
Yeah, but that was the golden handshake, right? That's 20 years of everything for us, Kobe. Look, we knew what that was. But that was some ugly basketball too.
Oh, that was. But I got a question for you on that. Do you think LeBron saw that and saw that, the Lakers would treat me right because of how they treated Kobe at the end of his career?
I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, if you're going to do some of that, hey, I'm on that level too. Where are you at?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Hey,
Chris,
Beto, thank you for the whole season.
No,
man.
thank you. Stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you because I think Funch wants to figure out if you're at the end of the road with the Boys to Men or you're somewhere else. Oh, this kid Will is, I swear, if I ever get a show, which I never will, and I don't want one, but if I ever did, I would bring you along as my technical advisor. You are so good at what you want right now. And now that the requests are coming in, you're like, Vicente Fernandez, to the north, I can't wait to see what you got. So every call afterwards, you're going to get some music. And of course, now Jeannie Buss is getting some the shade from the people in the chat. And it's everybody is to blame for this season. It's everybody because they fall short. The Lakers roller coaster this year was up and down and finally broke down. And no, there is no yacht rock on anything Beto Duran related. Aaron in the OC on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Aaron,
hey, Beto.
What's up?
Hey, Beto, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man.
First things first, man. You've been awesome this whole year. Shout out to you. Shout out to ESPN LA. You guys are great. Always love tuning in to you guys. And you've done a tremendous job this year. Just obviously wanted to shout you out there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. It means a lot. We have a great team, Funch and Will right here.
Of course. So I've been listening to it all. I've been cutting a few callers before that says I needed a few minutes to kind of decompress myself to kind of gather emotions about the game. Obviously, I agree with majority of what the Darvin Ham situation's been. I think this whole 3-guy lineup as well that really cost us a lot of these games.
Yep.
Really hurt us, especially in this Denver series. I've been very adamant before about having a big lineup again. You look at years past. Laker teams. Back at 2020. You had a big dominant team that went against Denver Nuggets. Having a Howard, having a McGee, having size in the paint to give Joker the biggest, toughest series of his life. And then here we are a few years later, taking a step backwards, playing a smaller guys, still relying on Anthony Davis to be a 5, when really we all know, everybody knows he does not like playing the 5. He's a traditional forward. It's less damage on his body. It's those little things that you're still seeing the trends of. Obviously the way Frank Vogel's last year was. The way that it's been for Darvin Ham the last 2 years. Choices that they've been making in the office. Obviously, Jeannie and Rob. Yes, they're obviously the people that they're going to choose these choices to make. I really think, in the Laker dominance years, we've always had 2 big guys. I think that's something they really need to kind of open their eyes at. I get it. The league and the NBA now has shifted to where it used to be a post-offense league when in the 2010s, the eras of Laker basketball of championships. But I think that's something that they really need to establish back to their winning ways of, even if the three-pointer is not your answer, and they've never, and honestly in the last few years, that the offense has switched around that method of shooting, the three-point system is not made for this team. They're a team that's always dominated the paint, had always dominant big men, and always gone out there and won games in the paint and taken the threes when they need to. I think, obviously with the way Darvin Ham handled the team, I think even tonight I was watching the game and all I'm seeing is where's Christian Wood? I saw that he came off of the injury list. Why aren't you throwing him out there? Why are you throwing a 3-guard lineup still out there?
Because coaches are going to go with what their gut and they feel best with, and you know that. And it's at this point of the season, Aaron. We're not surprised at anything. It's what he's done all season long. It's what the rotations are going to be, and that's what's going to happen. Like we can call and complain and be whatever it is. It doesn't matter. That it's not going to happen. It's not going to change. Like Max Christie, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened. Love to see it.
Lakers best.
Oh, you all right over there? Oh, you're hanging up on people now? What's wrong with you?
He's ready to end the show already.
Oh, you ready to end the show?
That's
I was like, man, I for once I'm finally having a good moment here, and you cut me off. Aaron, stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you, man. You all right there, Will?
Sorry.
See, you were like the Lakers. You were
getting ready.
You were good for 3 quarters, and then you weren't able to close the show, man. What song do you have for me? What song for you? Oh, man, Will. Oh, man, you got some chant for me? The end of the road? End of the road in Spanish. This dude. You ain't never getting a Lakers postgame show with Chente on here. Oh, my goodness. Leo in L.A., you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. We're losing it, man. We're losing it, Leo. What's up? Save the show.
I think I might need a little bit of sleepwalking afterwards. So, a little bit of Richie.
No, we're not going to play Johnny. Oh, my God. Sancho. What is it? Johnny. Sleepwalk, right? Like in La Bamba.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Valens?
No.
You know, Richie's
Santo
brother,
and Johnny. I wanted to say Sancho. It's not.
Yeah,
Santo and Johnny. That's going to be the one that's going to end the show tonight there, Will. All right, Leo, what do you got? Good recommendation, by the way.
So I know a lot of fans, a lot of people that have been calling in, just overall, like when I hear talks about Tarian Prince, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing his name correct.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like he could have, I feel like Darvin Ham, you know, he was playing him, he was starting him, kind of like in the mid-season, I think it was. I think he should have changed the starting lineup for this series because Rui Hachimura guarding Nicola, it wasn't going to happen. And Jackson Hayes was not doing anything to help the team. He was just kind of being a little bit clumsy and drawing some BS fouls. That's sad. But I think if Prince would have maybe started the series and then Rui come off the bench with a little bit of hope so that he can kind of try to find his way back to scoring and being the role player he is that the Lakers signed him for. I'm just curious how that would have had played out, how it would have had turned. It sucks that the Lakers season came to an end. I do feel like if they would have had won, they would have went to Game 6, came back home, and Game 7 would have just been, all in.
I love your positivity, Leo. I love it that you still thought the Lakers were going to get to 7. Leo, good observations, good call. Appreciate you. But this is a team that we saw kick a lot of games early in the season. Like, I don't know how many games did we do this year where I was like really upset of like the way that they were playing, the lack of effort. What do we even have that hashtag the fake comeback, right? Where they were going to get there and then they give up a big lead. Like we're at the end of the first quarter for so many games, they were down big, give up the lead, and then they come back close enough, and then that's it. It's like, oh my goodness, like no. And for everything the Lakers did this season, every single time you find one thing, there's other things that go back. Like towards the end of the season, they were winning a bunch of games with like 9-10 games in a row, but they weren't gaining any traction because the other teams were winning, right? It just, nothing went their way. Some of it self-inflicted, some of it because of the way the league was going, but it just wasn't meant to be this season. Avanti in Bellflower on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
What's going on, Beto?
What's up, man?
Man, a lot of mixed emotions going on tonight, but honestly, it's just a big relief that the season's kind of over.
Whoa. I want to hear. Okay, why is it a relief to you?
Only just because a lot of frustration, especially with the coach, players, everything going on, especially not getting one word, rebounds. So rebounds.
My goodness.
Effortless rebounders, guys. Like, just not going after the ball. It's just frustrating.
And that kicked them at the end because Aaron Gordon, offensive rebound, kicks it out, and game over. Game over. Avanti, stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you, man, because you're like happy the season's over because now you can go on with your life. Ya está cerrada la puerta negra. My goodness. Tigres del Norte, this is a song to translate, is basically the door is closed with 3 locks. It ain't happening. You're not getting through here. Door's done. The door is closed. You're not going to get through. The season is over. Good job, Will. All right. 2 more calls. Peter in LA on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, Beto. Been waiting on the line for about 54 minutes, and I appreciate that. Frustration's gone. I feel like everyone said what I wanted to say. I feel like all we can do is just move forward, like you said earlier.
Yeah, but Peter, all right. Forget what everybody else said. What are you feeling right now?
Frustration, deflated a little bit. Obviously, the Ham situation's been going on all year. It back down to that comment earlier when he said, he doesn't want to live and die by every game. And look where, we were fighting for the playoff. Yeah. For the play-in. Like, again, you
can say that. You can say that in Charlotte. You can say that in Houston. You don't say that to Laker fans.
Exactly. Yeah. And, it hurts us because like you said, like you give us a little bit of hope, and we're delusional, and we say we're going to the finals and we're going to win it all.
Parade!
Year,
Get that parade! Woo!
Exactly. So, it's been going back and forth all year. You do have to put some blame on the players. Shout out to AD. He shut everyone up. He played all year as much as he could, battled through injuries here and there. LeBron, still great at 39. You got to just appreciate greatness while you still have it. And like you said earlier, you got to see the other players. What consistency is going to come out of, these players that, are they going to be a third guy? I'm scared that we might go third star hunting again. A little worried about that. But even if you do, you got to find those right role players that fit around them. Go back to defensive strategy and, roll with it.
I love it. I love where you're going with it. And Peter, stay on the line because Michael Funches wants to talk to you right now. What song you got for me, Will? You ain't right. You are not right there, Will. You are not right. Man. All right. All season long, it's been a pleasure to be your host on the Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN. The Mind of the Michael was a great feature. Rebecca Womble did a fantastic job all season long finding it for us. Coconut Michael sending us the comments from Michael. Awesome. Kids in the back, we got Josh working tonight. Josh, you've been with us a lot this season. How you feeling?
Just a little disappointed. I mean, I can't say that I didn't see this coming, but, it's the team that I get out of my way to. I'm at the gym, and I'm, trying to watch it on my phone. So it's just a little disappointing, I expected more. I hoped for more. I hoped for more, not that I expected more. So.
You hoped for more.
Yes.
Josh, how old are you?
I am 32.
Yeah, get used to it, kid. You're going to start getting, you don't have a family. You're a LAUSD teacher. You do a great job molding the kids' minds as they get ready. Right. And then you come here and work. So you put in a lot of hours, a lot of work. I appreciate you all season long, Josh, because you're a hustler. You do a lot of stuff. He helps me a lot with the Miller Lite Minutes. You do great work, and thank you so much. I'm glad we were able to help us out because I know there's some days where you come, you're an elementary teacher, and that drains you.
Yes, certain days.
Yeah, like I said, my brother's a principal at Maywood Center for Rich Studies, Maces, LAUSD, and he's going to be retiring this year. Not because he doesn't like the kids. Yeah. It's a drain.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on you. So just want to say thank you for helping us all season long. You're fantastic at what you do. You're a great asset to 710 ESPN and continued hustling, man. Whatever it is you decide to do, keep on doing it, man. You got a lot of talent behind you. Yeah. All right. Now people are saying, Beto, go till 7 o'clock. Go to the top of the hour. Oh, my man Ralphie's listening. Okay. Ralphie, who works at part of the production crew for a lot of the different TV stations. You'll be on the video. Ralphie, thanks for listening, man. And also, let me take a minute to say thank you. We got Ron, the caddies, on the line. I'm not ready to go for him because I might even just leave him on hold because this dude has been bugging me. Remember, he cursed on the air this year, so I don't know. And then his Kings are not good, so he might be dangerous. I just want to say right now, we get a lot of people listening who don't call. They don't interact with us. But I'll go to crypto, or I'll be around town, and people that work on the Spectrum TV crew, behind the scenes, producers, directors, the A2s, thank you so much for the nice words. People that work at crypto, the ushers, the security guards, the front office, the staff, Michael Roth and everybody else, Carl Vanderhook and Evan Gold, amazing everywhere. Where the ushers are there super early. Funch, you see them. They take care of us. Robin,
especially when
else.
They know we come from 710. They take care of real good of us.
Yeah, and it's not possible without them, right? Just to make sure you have a great day at work. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that are the unsung heroes of Crypto.com and here at ESPN because you make it happen. And this is an amazing job. I spoke to Long Beach State journalism class this afternoon, right before the game. Gary Metzger's class, Graham's father. And, I told the kids, they were like, you sound like you don't like the business. Like, I hate the business. The business is terrible. The actual job is amazing. Doing this, talking with the people is amazing, fantastic. thank you so much to everybody that's involved with us. You make coming to work fun. You make coming to work exciting. You make coming to work worth it. And again, my dad was a machinist. My mom raised 7 kids. They have no idea what I do. They just know that I'm always happy when I come home from work. When they see me, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is great. It is. It's a lot of fun. This is why I had no problem going to Fresno the other day, getting down here as soon as I could and driving right back because it's amazing. I always say, people ask me, what do you do, Beto? I say, living the dream. And I get to do that every single time. And also thanks to everybody in the Circle of Trust. All right. Ron the Caddy's on the line, but he can wait. Eric in the IE on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Beto, my man.
What's up?
Hey, I've been sneaking you in at work.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, yeah, I just got off like maybe 10 minutes ago.
Where do you work at?
I've been listening. Oh, can't tell you, man.
Oh,
That's
good.
top secret.
There you go. Good. I like that.
But I'm on my way, home. I need to drown my sorrows. Got to get some of those street tacos in.
There you go.
Trying to find my way. And so, long-time listener, first-time caller.
My man.
Thank you very much for all that you do. You, because I work at night pretty much around this time and, listening to the Lakers games and so on, and then having you afterward, it's very, you the man.
Appreciate that, Eric. And Eric, I appreciate that. It means a lot when you say something like that because the fact that you're listening to me at work and I mess around a little bit, but I like to have fun because I know that I'm talking to my friends out there because if you're listening to this station, you're a hardcore fan. And if you're working at night, you're the real one trying to provide for the family, do what you got to do to put it out there. And you're not going to call, but you're listening, right? And you're here for us. And to hear from you that you've been sneaking in at work and you've been there for us and we calm you down a little bit. Eric, I appreciate that a lot. De veras, man. No, abrazo, gracias for everything. Stay on the line. Funch wants to talk to you, man. Remember Jonathan in Downey, the dude who went to work out and we told him don't work out, right? And he left and he went in and out. He's in the YouTube chat right now. He says, Beto, Jonathan from Downey, today's loss was for a triple cheeseburger. Thank you for giving me the LA best postgame show in a while, bro. Gracias. He went triple. He's earned it. What song did you have for that guy? Oh, did you have one for me? Nothing, Will? Slipping. All right, people. Let's do it. His Kings are no good. His golf game is no good. His gambling game is no good. And he's not that good of a caller, but we're going to go out to him. You asked for him. I call him the Degenerate. He was one of the first calls we had in the preseason. You're number one in your hearts, Ron the Caddy.
If I get evicted, it's worth it. First-time caller, long-time listener. My man, Beto. Man, thank you for everything that you've done. And the guy behind the guy behind the screen, Funch, my man, the best producer west of the Mississippi. You know who he is. Everyone loves him. John Ireland always calls for him for information. Mr. Funch, how are you doing? Hello?
He's busy. Keep going.
Oh, my God, man. You're killing me here. Dude, cheers to you. Hey, Beto, this was awesome, man. If ESPN LA does not do this again with you, they are messing up. They're messing up, dude. And I've been reading the whole chats on the whole, YouTube and whatnot and so forth, man.
Hey, man, you got 1 minute. Hurry it up. Let's go. Land the plane. You got 1 minute.
1 minute.
Go.
Oh, perfect. 60 seconds. So, hold on. Don't rush perfection.
I'm going to the Crest. Hurry up.
I'll meet you at the Crest. And everyone else who's listening, the Crest in Torrance, drinks are on me tonight.
Hurry up!
What? What do you want me to say, man? I love everything that you guys do. I hope you're here next year or next season. I love everybody that was rooting and raving. Oh, put Ron the caddy on. Did he get banned for a month for cussing? Yes, I did. And then I'm still here. So overall, go Lakers, go Kings, go, and fuck the Nuggets.
Oh, this guy. Every single time. My goodness. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with
can't
you?
you just go on a high note,
Why?
man?
You know why?
This is high note.
This is exactly how the season ends. Play something going out for me, my man. Yeah. Where's the Santo and Johnny at?
Wrong one.
I do like this one, though.
This is good, too. We've come a long way. Go ahead, Will. Because if you know anything about me, La Bamba is my jam. Richie is the jam. And it's it. So as Ron was saying. Dang. Richie! Lakers! No! No, Funch! Not my Lakers! Not my Lakers, Funch! But yes, that's it.
Eastside Morales, right?
Eastside Morales. 2023-24 season is over. The Lakers lose in the first round to the Denver Nuggets 4-1. For Rebecca Womble, Josh, Graham, everybody that the kids at the back, the interns this season, Will Flores, Chris Morales, Greg Bergman, everybody involved at 710 ESPN and Good Karma, and for the best producer in the business, the one and only Michael Funches. I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for listening to Thanks for listening to Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN all season long.
Presented by
Vista Paint, locally owned, manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high quality paint products. Your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. Lakers basketball.
Driven by Cadillac Beverly Hills. Elevate your drive with Cadillac Beverly Hills. Go Safely California from Caltrans and the California Office of Traffic Safety.
It's Evan Cohen, Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Candy, and Michelle. Now, mornings 6 to 10 a.m. on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
You have been listening to a special play-by-play presentation on 710 ESPN Los Angeles. Now it's time to get you up to speed on the biggest stories in the sports world. We rejoin our regularly scheduled program already in progress
on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Jay Reynolds.
There comes a time in every postseason when someone faces a must-win situation, win or go home. Monday, we had 3 of those scenarios, 2 of them in the NBA. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM Channel 80. In Denver, Lakers facing a Game 5 against